we
Yeah,
can.
I want to talk about that here. So for under $5 million businesses, you need to have had a conversation with the broker before you start messing around with this. And the broker should know to be able to, and then should have vetted you. You should not have gotten to an LOI if you're planning to do, let's say, 50% or more of bank financing. If you're getting to 60% financing, 70%, 80%, you may have a serious issue, and you may have just wasted a ton of time because the sellers know long in advance as to what they'll accept here. Most sellers want 100% down payment. Boom. That's what they want. Most buyers want 100% bank financing. That's what they want. So you need to have a conversation with the broker and find out what's the seller expecting. I can share that most of the website closers deals, it's less than half is going to be in some kind of.
I'm not. I'm on another meeting.
I'm going to put you on mute, Aaron. less than half of our sellers. I'm sorry, I got that all messed up. Most of our sellers are looking for less than half of financing or earnout. They want at least a 50% down payment on their business. They're selling their business for cash. They've come to a broker. They're paying us at least $30,000. That's our minimum commission to sell their business to get cash. They're not paying website closers $30,000 to then do 100% financing and work for somebody. So this is extremely important. Understanding the nature of the deal. Brokers should be, thoroughly vetting the buyers and understanding what their ability is to finance and close the deal is upfront. And you should not be looking at website closer deals unless you've got about $250,000 in cash at least, because you're going to need that to put down on a business. And occasionally you'll get a sweetheart deal that's an SBA or has some, really it's SBA or nothing. It's SBA or bust to get the bank financing. Small business loans, unless you get it with a collateralized line of credit on your house or on your own recurring business that has goodwill and cash flow in it, you're not going to get financing. So figure I would talk about that part, and then also the earnout. Earnout can be quite common. The bigger the deal and the less opportunity there is for financing if it's not an SBA financeable deal. I coach most of my sellers to expect that there's going to be a component of financing or earnout, and it may be up to about 50%. And again, that's where the seller has to decide what's it worth for them, and where do they want to go on that scale of 50 to 100%.
Right. Under 2.3, closing adjustment, purchase price shall be adjusted. Whenever you see the word shall in a legal document, it's really a big word. It means must. So you really want to be careful of shall whenever you get into a legal agreement. You have to, it's very, very important. So the purchase price must be adjusted as agreed by the party. So it's giving you some wiggle room, saying that it still has to be by mutual agreement, between the parties. But whenever you see must, the shall means must. So that's critical to understand that whenever you interpret a contract. So the purchase price shall be adjusted as agreed by the parties should any of the financials provided by the purchaser be found inconsistent during the due diligence, or should any concerns arise during due diligence. Now, in such case, the party shall have an opportunity to walk away from the transaction without liability. Now, it's very important, because even though you've got this closing adjustment that you're talking about, once you get into the asset purchase agreement, it will specifically say that the asset purchase agreement will supersede any prior negotiations or any prior oral statements or any prior documents, including the LOI. So this will actually go away. And what you're left with is whatever is defined in the asset purchase agreement. Now, but it's very important, because what you're saying in the general intent is we could find something that's off, and we're still going to resolve we're going to resolve any disagreement with inconsistencies by having a mutual agreement to address them and make any adjustments. So you're saying that things can't be perfect. You might come up with things, but rather than walk away, which you could, we have a general intent that we'd like to see if we can work it out.
Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications about new videos and interviews. And introduce yourself in the comments. Are you a buyer or a seller?